What can be seen as a lesson to fearmongers and a snub to the lobby? The top court today upheld the Jammu and Kashmir delimitation exercise, paving the way for elections. The top court has dismissed petitions filed by two Srinagar residents which challenged the government's decision to constitute the Delimitation Commission for redrawing the Assembly and Lok Sabha constituencies in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The petitioners contended, one, that according to a letter issued by the Delimitation Commission in July 2004, the number of existing assembly seats of all states and union territories cannot be changed till the first census is conducted after 2026. Second, the delimitation exercise has not been carried out for the last 51 years in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Nagaland. Thirdly, they've also argued that under the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019, the Election Commission was the only body empowered to conduct the delimitation exercise and not a temporary body like the Delimitation Commission. However, the lobby remains defiant, rejecting the bid to allegedly change the demography of the region. Opposition says that majority will now be turned into a minority. Listen in.
हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि उसके बारे में क्या फैसला आता है और जो रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक्ट है वो ऑलरेडी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने पेंडिंग है, 370 पेंडिंग है, सब कुछ पेंडिंग है। तो जब वो चीजें पेंडिंग है तो इस पे वो फैसला कैसे दे सकते हैं? तो ये तो एक डिलिमिटेशन तो एक टैक्टिकल रिगिंग का एक प्रोसेस था जो इलेक्शन से पहले रिगिंग करनी होती है, वो उन्होंने किया। मेजॉरिटी को माइनॉरिटी में कन्वर्ट किया, माइनॉरिटी को मेजॉरिटी में कन्वर्ट किया बीजेपी के हक में। तो इसलिए हमने पहले इसको रिजेक्ट किया। हमने तो इसमें कोई पार्टिसिपेट भी नहीं किया इसकी डिस्कशंस में। ये बिल्कुल सिरे से हम इसको खारिज करते हैं।
डिलिमिटेशन करवाना ही कानूनी तौर पर गलत था, तो हम ये समझते हैं कि ये गलत बात थी और ये इनको कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करना नहीं चाहिए था। चलो अब किया इन्होंने, तो हमने तब भी, ये पब्लिक के लिए नहीं था, ये बीजेपी ने खुद अपने लिए इसको ठीक करने के लिए किया, अपने लिए बेनिफिट के लिए किया। क्योंकि जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो इन्होंने असेंबलीज की बाउंड्रीज की गई वो किस ढंग से की गई, वो इस ढंग से की गई कि सीधा बीजेपी को फायदा पहुंचे।
जो आज का फैसला सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने दिया, पहले हम देखना है कि ये किन लोगों ने रिट पिटीशन थी, क्या उन्होंने चैलेंज किया था। इसमें दो राय नहीं, जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन ने जो अवार्ड दिया उससे मुतमईन नहीं, उसमें हमारी बहुत सारी शिकायतें हैं, लेकिन कानूनी तौर से उसको चैलेंज नहीं किया जा सकता है। जिन लोगों ने ये पिटीशन की है वो शायद जाने पहचाने लोग भी नहीं, उन्होंने किस गर्ज से ये पिटीशन की थी, क्या मकसद था, वो वही लोग जानते हैं। हमारा यही है कि जो डिलिमिटेशन प्रोसेस जो हुआ वो फेयर हुआ नहीं। चीफ मिनिस्टर के लिए यहाँ मजहब का कोई नहीं है, हिंदू भी बन सकता है, मुसलमान भी बन सकता है। ये जो बीजेपी वाले कहते हैं ये कोई अच्छी सियासत नहीं।
इस फैसले से जम्मू और कश्मीर के बीच में विवाद बढ़ेगा और उनके दोबारा लगाए गए ये आरोप कि मेजॉरिटी को माइनॉरिटी में बदलने का प्रयास है, इस प्रस्ताव पर और बल मिलेगा।
However, there's a reaction coming in from the BJP who have in fact given a strong support to this particular decision of the court, saying that the top court's decision will end the monopoly of Muslims in the Union Territory.
आज उसको सुप्रीम कोर्ट द्वारा खारिज कर दिया गया। आज खुशी का माहौल है पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर, और जो मोनोपोली कश्मीरी मुस्लिम द्वारा बनाई गई थी सीएम के नाम पर, आज वो मोनोपोली सचमुच में टूट गई। अब जम्मू से भी कोई भी सीएम किसी भी धर्म जाति का बन सकता है। जो गुपकार गैंग द्वारा जो षड्यंत्र रचा जा रहा था, उस षड्यंत्र को भी जबरदस्त धक्का लगा है और अब अगला सीएम जम्मू से भी हो सकता है।
सही निर्णय को जितना जल्दी हो सके उसको एक हतमी फाइनल शेप देके खत्म करना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो इलेक्शन है काफी वक्त से जम्मू कश्मीर में नहीं हो रहे। मुझे लगता है बीजेपी डे फर्स्ट से हमेशा डेमोक्रेसी पे यकीन रखने वाली पार्टी है, और जो आज माननीय ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उसको रिजेक्ट किया, मुझे लगता है बहुत अच्छी बात है। अब जितना जल्दी हो सके इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया को कोशिश करनी चाहिए अब जम्मू कश्मीर राज्य के चुनाव करवाए।
Supreme Court has now stamped and sealed their verdict on the decision of the Delimitation Commission in Jammu and Kashmir. This is real democracy, and democracy has won in Jammu and Kashmir. No more only Abdullahs, Muftis or Gandhis can become Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Any common man can also get this position. This is what's the real meaning of democracy. Of the people, by the people and for the people. Sorry Abdullahs, sorry Muftis and sorry Gandhis.
Take this across to our guest joining us. We have with us China NC spokesperson of the BJP. With us also is Ahmed Ayaz, lawyer. Sriram Parakat, advocate on record, who filed the petition, is also with us. Let me start with Ahmed Ayaz, lawyer. Ahmed Ayaz, what's being said, and you heard those reactions there coming in from the BJP. They are saying that this is going to end a Muslim monopoly over the chief ministerial seat in Jammu and Kashmir. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, it's true. It is aimed to divide the present constituencies and then the existing vote in Kashmir and Jammu, and to see that the seats are built up in Kashmir. Otherwise, the main point for census should have been taken, for delimitation should have been taken, the census.
How many decades has it been?
No. Point is, it is not happening for last. It has happened.
But there have been censuses that have been conducted since the last delimitation exercise happened. So why should that be a disqualification criteria? The census that didn't happen due to COVID is one aspect of it.
It was supposed to be done now along with the other states.
No, but the point is that if it has not happened for close to 3 decades, when other governments had the opportunity to do it, when the rest of the country was going through delimitation in 2007, 8, 9, etc., why was it not done or conducted in Jammu and Kashmir is the question.
Again, even if delimitation was to be done, the consensus, the census of 2011 should have been taken into consideration. The area and the population, that has not been done. And without having taken the population into consideration, the delimitation has been done. And the points made by the political parties and the people who were consulted by the delimitation committee, that also have not been taken into consideration. That obviously looks that what they claim is true. What the parties claim, what the political parties claim, what the people in Jammu and Kashmir claim, that they are not happy with the delimitation process, and that's true. And they are not happy.
Let me bring in China NC on that. China NC, population has not been considered, people are not happy with delimitation, and this statement of BJP clearly shows that there is, some other intent in this exercise. If I can surmise, Ahmed Ayaz, that's the 3 problems that he has with today's decision.
This reconstruction was much required. Do understand that the Honorable Supreme Court has given its verdict. None of us are here to sit and question the Honorable. You need to have the same kind of numbers in terms of demographics of people voting for constituencies, and the assembly segment should be 47. Now, for those who are questioning the redrawing of this demographic so-called decision, obviously, there are questions here because they have only played appeasement politics and they have surrendered to vote banks. If you want free play, it has to be a victory of democracy. And at democracy, when we say the proposed ratio of how many voters there should be in every single constituency has to be the same. If there are 43 constituencies or 47, the proposed ratio of approximately 1,46,000 needs to be static and not just change arbitrarily for areas and reasons best known to certain families that have only played their politics of convenience. So if the Honorable Supreme Court has come with this kind of a suggestion saying that, constitutional validity and the reorganization of the Jammu and Kashmir Act is necessary, I think we need to welcome it.
Stay with us. Shaina, just before let me just come in for just a minute, and Sriram, please stay with us. I'm going to come to you next, but I want to just quickly show what is the impact and how this will really change the political map of Jammu and Kashmir and how it's going to be redrawn ahead of polls. Watch how the number of seats in Jammu have always been historically low as compared compared to Kashmir. Currently, there are 46 seats in Kashmir and 37 seats in Jammu. With the Supreme Court clearing the decks, the number of constituencies in Kashmir will increase to 47 and Jammu will get 43 seats. But why was there a need for delimitation? Let's explain how the population to seat ratio in Jammu was much higher than that in Kashmir. All right, let's quickly take represented in the total number of seats with the changing population and the number of persons represented in Jammu being historically much lower. Is this not a overdue measure as many are observing?
Rahul, thank you for asking me this question. Firstly, I want to
Madhav, sir. Please go ahead.
Why we had gone to the Supreme Court, the reasons were not sociological as you had indicated or demographical. We had gone on constitutional provisions which basically prohibited an exercise of delimitation for the state of Kashmir alone. I have to clarify that the amendment in 2001, this is the 84th amendment to Articles 170, 55, 81, 82, 330, 332, all this prohibited the delimitation exercise before a census of 2026. So this is what we indicated, and we had a point that the Reorganization Act does not change the particular constitutional provision. This is what we indicated to the Supreme Court. None of the things which you said are denied by me. Maybe these are demographic questions which I think social scientists or anyone else, the Reorganization Committee itself is to answer. We were on a constitutional point. We today know that the petition has been dismissed. It's also been mentioned by Justice Oak that there are certain riders on which the petition has been dismissed, which would perhaps indicate that the constitution of Jammu and Kashmir, today we have the same constitution as we have in India. So therefore, the provisions would be the same. So how it would be dealt by the judgment is something which I do not know. So I can't answer on behalf of the judgment. But the other sociological aspects...
But clearly, sir, Mr. Parakat, the court has ruled. They would have considered your point. And if there was, it was a legally sound point in the sense that it was something that they would have adjudicated in favor. But that's not happened on ground. Yes, you have every right to appeal as a lawyer, as an activist, as a citizen. But certainly the court has not found merit in the claim that you had made there.
No qualms on the fact that once the Supreme Court rules a particular order, you can't say anything more than that. But I'm explaining to you and explaining to the people of hearing that these were the reasons why we went to the Supreme Court. We also indicated that look at other states which are not due for limitation, say like Nagaland and Northeast states, they're also not due for limitation. The other petitions were there which said that please do delimitation for us. So all these things were taken on legal and constitutional points before the Supreme Court. We are waiting for the judgment. So once the judgment comes, we'll have a better idea of it.
All right. Shriram Parakat, Shaina, NC and Ahmed Ayaz, I'd like to thank all three of you for joining us because we'll have to bring this discussion to a close for the moment.